Peace, family. You are now rocking with the best. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is a Heart of Summer production. This is the Daily Toast. The Daily Toast. And it's a Heart of a Summer production. My fault. Let's stop that. A Daily Toast. And it's a Heart of a Summer production. Strive to blow up your old paradigm. That's why I like doing it on screen. And we have not went live on Facebook yet. Right now, I'm drinking some Phoenix blood and waiting for all of the stuff to come up. There it go. It just popped up. So we're going to have to go through that again, family. But I know that y'all have the patience with me on Spreaker, because we are work in progress, and I am so glad to be on this process with y'all. So here we go. Let's get it popping off once again. First, let me get this Spotify off my shit real quick. You know, Spotify didn't want me to go on and wouldn't allow me to be a podcasting agent on their platform and shit. But they always popping up on my shit early in the morning. Come on now. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You know? You can't take advantage of Brother Hot Tim. You know, I want to just serve the people. I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you know, when you serve the people, there's always problems. So, here we go. Let's do this. Here's to you, family. Here's to you. Hot damn. Woohoo. Alright, I need to let you know you are now rocking with the best. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is a Daily Toast. This is a Heart of a Summer production. You know, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. A little bit late. Gotta teach the young ladies here a few things about life. I love the fact that I'm able to wake up every day and see my daughters. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta teach them about life. But we are toasting it up, and of course, you know, we're gonna have to have our music. We got to do our little theme song real quick. Shouts out to Miss CeeLo. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Brother Kwame bought a shirt yesterday. So, you know, this is the blessing and the curse of having a family, right? So, now Brother Kwame done bought the shirt. So now I got to go and make this shit happen. I was going to make it happen anyway, but Brother Kwame done put the fire up under me, and I got to make it happen just a little bit faster. But you know what? That's what we do. We make shit happen, right? So, without any further ado, grab your glass, grab your water, and drink your water. Come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Now lift your glass and drink some water. Now lift your glass and drink that water. Curl that glass and drink some water. Drink some water. Drink. go 3 miles in. Move your body, drink some water. What? Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Here we go, look. Raise your glass and drink some water. Raise your glass and drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. All right, family. All right. Great morning to you. Great morning to you. All right. I had something that I sent through push bullet to myself that I wanted to make sure that we covered today. I seen it in the news and it kind of bothered me. Well, I ain't gonna, we at a point now where it ain't too much shit that I'm just like, Alabama town on edge after police released men who made racist video about shooting black people. Some black residents are nervous as others make plans to protect themselves. I like that. I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Make plans to protect yourself. At all times, make plans to protect yourself. You got family, you could be scared, and but you need to make plans to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the police is going to move slow when it comes to us. We know the hand of justice moves slow when it comes to us. So, we need to be prepared to protect us. So, black resident of Huntsville. Is that where my people from? I need to look on my timeline. Huntsville, Alabama were rattled by a video in which white men threatened to kill African Americans in their city. Black police took 2 men into custody on Saturday night who appeared in the racist video that was posted on social media. AL.com reported, but shortly after the arrest, the authorities released them. This is from News 1, by the way. No charges are being filed at this time, said Huntsville Police Lieutenant Michael Johnson. Neither person was armed or bore a real viable threat. What do they got to do other than make the video to be a viable threat? I hear you though. So black folks, prepare yourself. No charges are being filed. Okay. In the video, the men say they're driving their truck through Huntsville, ready to shoot some fucking niggers. Racist and threatening. Video investigated in Huntsville, Alabama. Men released from custody. That's a tweet. Local authorities are consulting with prosecutors and federal investigators to determine if charges are appropriate in this case, meaning there's a possibility they'll be charged with a crime, but that's no consolation to black residents. Prepare yourself, family. Me and my kids used the overpass over here to walk. My security alert system went off. I feel uneasy about walking outside my house right now. Huntsville resident Danny Hall told Way TV, and I feel you, my man. You know what I'm saying? You should be concerned about walking out, and prepare yourself. Hall and her neighbors don't know if the video was a bad joke. The man who appeared on camera needs to know that is a serious concern for all of us out here. We are trying to live like anybody else, she added. Prepare yourself. Others in the community are not taking any chances. If they came back this way, they're going to pick them up in a pine box, another resident, Donna Summers, told the TV station, adding that folks of all races in her community get along well. I'm going to tell you straight, we're not going to put up with that in this neighborhood. Summer and her neighbors are preparing to fight back if necessary. We all went and got our guns, sitting out here waiting on them, said the grandmother. Prepared herself, right? So the bottom line is we got people on the internet making threats, and in Huntsville, Alabama, and like I said, when the threat is made, prepare yourself. You don't sit there, that's like being at the lunch table at school when you was in school and somebody say, I'm going to punch you in your face, and you just sit there and be like, okay, don't punch me, feel free. Prepare yourself. They need to get organized, less talking and more action. Learn to fashion weapons out of it. There you go. There you go. And I know who that is. That's Brother Anubis. Shouts out to Anubis. I see you out there, my brother. Hey, I got your email address. I got to find the file. We'll send it to you. I got to make sure it's the right file. So, actually, I don't even know how to make sure if it's the right file. So, I'm going to send you the file that I think it is. And you can let me know. All right. So, let's go and let's do this toast. I got to finish this water first. So, let me finish this water. Man, big old glass, boy. All right, let's see. All right. We got ambrosia infused. Is infused. And I ain't even filter. I don't filter mine. This is that ambrosia with. This is that ambrosia with bee pollen. And that's it. Shouts out to Mr. DeVita. I see you out there. I don't want to take too much. So, we're going to toast our ancestors real quick. First call on the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Oh my God. Ashe. Wow. I did it this time, family. Alright, so. We want to call on the ones upon whose shoulders we stand. This early morning. So we call on our daily toast list. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walton, Chris and Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvara Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappet, John Fallard, Montague Pittman L, Normal X, Pat Ma, Rob Malika Procure, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon. Hold on. Malika Procure, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rindelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jeannie Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Libby the Farmer, Augusta Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Evelyn Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles, Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amitep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Rosalind Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, and to the pretty book, the Friedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Arlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Joel Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bet Vaughn, John Dewey and Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irving, Hiram Phillips, William Ford Jr., Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., and Robbie Lee Caldwell. And we give it up for our ancestors, and we say, Ashe. From their family, we move to the present moment, and you know what that is, right? You know what's up with that. You know, I got to do it. I like this.
What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
What?
There is no tomorrow.
What?
There is no tomorrow.
All right, family, so we lift up our glass for this present moment, and we are on the day of Kujichagulia. For me, the best day of the week, because this is my birthday. Not my birthday day, but this the day I was born on. Those, you got to speak that language, right? Today is Kujichagulia. You should know what that is. The demonic principle of the day is justice. The color is indigo. Correspondence is the Hermetic law of the day. We got if you were born a male today, it's your day, and the male name is Kwabena, and if you female like Gina over there, she Abana or Bina, right? If you those that got the text this morning, you saw a little chart that I sent out. And that's all of the proverbs that have been categorized for me by some young ladies from Tribal Quotes. And they all have been connected to one of the principles, one of the Nguza Saba or one of the M7. They all the same, but it's connected to one of the principles. So it's a project I've been working on for maybe about 3 years now. So we got them all connected. So for those that are following the Emotional Emancipation Circle, we got the African Center Cultural Virtue and Value System. We got in Wolof, the value of the day is cursor, self-respect, and respect for others. In Akan Ethics, today is generosity and beneficence. And in traditional Yoruba, we got Ifarabale, I think how you pronounce it. And that's calmness. And once again, we have to talk about the application of those, the proper way of applying them. I know because we'll argue about that in many ways. You know what I'm saying? But it's important that we are very clear in how we need to practice those principles, because how we practice them and who we practice them with can make a big difference. All right, so we lift up our glass. We say Ashe. From there we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We handle our business in the present moment, right? Realizing that there is no tomorrow. Realizing that all that we do, all happens in the moment. Understanding that we're laying the foundation for our children. So we lift up our glass for those children. We toast them in advance. We say Ashe. From their family, where do we go? We go to all of our relations and we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From their family, we move to selfish libation, right? Take a moment for yourself. What are some of the things that you need in your life? I'm going to think on mine, you think on yours. Take your breath. We say Ashe. Last but not least, family, toast the most important and powerful being in the room, and that's you. I lift up my glass to you, and we say Ashe. Where you at, Belle? Ashe. 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 All right, check it out. So for tonight, if I'm able to get back here in time, we're going to be having our show. Oh, speaking of that, I need to take this to school with me so I'm trying to get the Proverbs in this book right here categorized too. So I need to take that with me. Take that with me. All right, I got to put it somewhere where I can get it. All right, I remember to take it. So tonight's folktale, because we, if I get back on time, we will be doing folktales for grown folks. Okay, and the folktale for today is called The Grasshopper and the Owl. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there. Those that get the black signal, I will be sending out the signal to let you know when the show starts. We are shooting for 9 p.m., but y'all know how shit happens. All right, The Grasshopper and the Owl. An owl, accustomed to feed at night and to sleep during the day, was greatly disturbed by the noise of a grasshopper and earnestly besought her to stop chirping. The grasshopper refused to desist and chirped louder and louder, and the more the owl entreated. When she saw that she could not redress and that her words were despised, the owl attacked the chatterer by a stratagem. "Since I cannot sleep," she said, "on account of your song, which, believe me, is sweet as the lyre of Apollo, I shall indulge myself in drinking some nectar which Pallas lately gave me. If you do not dislike it, come to me, and we will drink it together." The grasshopper, who was thirsty and pleased with the praise of her voice, eagerly flew up. The owl came forth from her hollow, seized her, and put her to death. Listen, where you at? Where you at? One more time, I'm gonna leave it alone, but that's gonna be a nice conversation. This one's for the lesson. An owl, accustomed to feed at night and to sleep during the day, was greatly disturbed by the noise of a grasshopper and earnestly besought her to stop chirping. Earnestly besought means I put a strong effort forth to ask you to stop. The grasshopper refused to desist and chirped louder and louder the more the owl entreated. When she saw that she could get no redress and that her words were despised, the owl attacked the chatterer by a stratagem. Listen to that. Attacked the chatterer by a stratagem. "Since I cannot sleep," she said, "on account of your song, which, believe me, is sweet as the lyre of Apollo, I shall indulge myself in drinking some nectar which Pallas lately gave me. If you do not dislike it, come to me, and we will drink it together." The grasshopper, who was thirsty and pleased with the praise of her voice, eagerly flew up. The owl came forth from her hollow, seized her, and put her to death. Oh, that's going to be a nice one. That's going to be a nice one. That's going to be a nice one. All right. So, family, I want to bid you a great day, a great Kujichagulia. And I'm about to step off. I'm going to finish this up real quick. I did not think that bee pollen would make it taste so good. No, it was already good. But the bee pollen does have a certain sweetness to it. It's incredible. All right, family. This is Brother Hatim, and I am out. Y'all have a great Kujichagulia once again, and peace, fam. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, damn it, share. Well, love, fam. What about the Marcus oh, God. All right. I'll call you. I'm going to have to call you tonight. Well, because I got to, okay. I'll be in touch with you about the Marcus Garvey. Because I stopped over there yesterday, and he was gone by the time I got off. So, I got to, all right. We're going to pull it together. All right, peace out, fam. All right, Spreaker. Thank you for joining us this morning. You have a great day.